Hey, so today I want to share with you some of the food that I have eat during my time at university, and I'm not a big foodie. I'm not a big foodie, so I seldom talk about food or have any comment about it. But I did have a great time enjoying the food over at my university, and it was when I started to order like vegetarian food other than eating the usual food that is sold in canteen. And so these are the food that I have enjoyed a lot in uni, especially of this vegetarian food. As you can see, they are really like different kinds of variations every time I get the order. So I'm really thankful that when I used to study, I order food from the authority at my university, where there's like associations for students, and you can just order a food that you want to eat outside, and it's like nasi campur, which is different kinds of food packed together under an amount of price which is cheaper than what you can get if you order other kinds of food, like for example Grab food. The food is really good, though it was the first time I tried to have so much of vegetarian food in a day. I think I ordered like twice in a day when these operations used to have. Hopefully they still have this going on, so that other students can also enjoy different kinds of variations when they want to eat something else. And so it's also to encourage everyone to be eating vegetarian food, as it's not that intimidating, and trying out vegetarian food isn't that bad, so to say, even if I haven't have a lot of experience in eating vegetarian food. And this is the kind of example that I am telling to try out vegetarian food, and it can be good for your health, and you enjoy another kind of cuisine. In this picture, I remember I was learning how to cook in my dorm. When I was at my university. I seldom cook before I went to uni, and in my dorm I can only have like a small pot to cook if I wanted to cook any noodles, because a larger watt for electric appliances wasn't allowed. You have to make sure that it's under a certain watt so that the power isn't too big. And I remember the first time when I tried to cook like a noodle, like what we call Maggi here. I think the first time I almost failed. I was doing other things when I cooked, so it was really dangerous. And I wouldn't do that anymore. It was that I was cooking and I just went and do other shit stuff, and the water almost just rushed out because it was overcooked already. And yeah, but on this picture, it's after a ton of time that I tried cooking, and in my dorm I just cooked this kind of meal if I decided to, and I put in like a few other food materials, ingredients that is simple to cook together. It was the first time that I tried to cook in my dorm, because mostly I don't really cook at home, so it was a kind of practice that I gained in my university times, And I took this picture because I thought it was looking really nice, and I just eat it after I cook it and clean it right after. Not only that, about the comments of the other food that I have, I also have some that they're from my canteen, where when I didn't order any vegetarian food, I will just go to the canteen alone and then eat any food that I thought was delicious. So these are the food that make me thought like, okay, they are pretty delicious, and I would always try them out. And they are actually cheaper than outside. That you can get like for in around 9 ringgit, you can get a plate like that. It was actually pretty fun about the time when I ordered the vegetarian food also, because I remember when I always go to collect my food, my order, I have to cross the bus stop and then went over to the student who helped to collect our orders, and then it's like we will go and get our food at the bus stop. And sometimes there are also like usual food which are not vegetarian. I remember when I tell them that I was the one who's ordering the vegetarian food, and then there is only one order that's the vegetarian meal. So it was really funny to me that at the time I didn't know that so less people were ordering like vegetarian food, where I was the one who only ordered that. So it would be good if you want to try out like vegetarian food, if they have any in your uni, and I think it would be a good idea if you haven't tried out any of this food, because I think also these sellers where they sell this nasi campur, or what we say like the food, they are actually pretty nice. The way they cook it, their experience, right? So the food is actually nice though. Oh yeah, we also had like badminton plays with some of our other friends when I was in university. So here are what I wanted to remind you, that if you're in university, or perhaps if you think that you are quite an alone person and never really do anything, or thought that you can have any extra activities when you're in school, you can also have some pretty fun times if you decided to. Just like how I have, even it really isn't something big, because I started to have more activities when my uni times almost ended. And so I hope you also enjoy your time in your university, and other than just being in your studies. Outside of that, you could have something that you can experience more and have fun with. That's all for today. Peace.